It's Thursday, August 16th. I'm Crystal Fisher, and here's your daily briefing. Thousands of young, undocumented immigrants are lining up for a chance to live out in the open. And some not-so-happy meals at McDonald's. The fast food chain is reporting its worst global sales figures in almost a decade. The competition is fierce, and customers are cutting back on even low-priced treats in this tough economy. Throughout this process, behind the scenes, you work very closely and speak very regularly to family members. But there was one person in this story who stood out to you. Dr. Margot Prade pulls into the parking lot where she works, and she's murdered. The U.S. IPO market is continuing to gain momentum, according to a report released by PricewaterhouseCoopers. About 20% of the travelers are international. They come here for all that New York has to offer, including Broadway, which this year alone has sold more than 6 million tickets, a 3.7% increase since the same period last year. Well, I have to tell you, it is a magical experience just to be here and to be standing next to the red carpet.
Now, this award is so complex, organizers say they're already planning for next year before the awards have already wrapped. From Beverly Hills, I'm Crystal Fisher.
It's Wednesday, August 15th. I'm Crystal Fisher, and here's your daily briefing. The Navy is cracking down on commanders behaving badly. It's on pace to fire a record number of senior officers this year for offenses ranging from extramarital affairs to drunken disorderly conduct. The Daily has the exclusive story. The gaffe-prone Vice President Joe Biden can't seem to stay out of headlines for long. He misspoke not once, but twice on the campaign trail yesterday. Meanwhile, the Republican who wants to take his job, Paul Ryan, has some big game in his sights. Ryan would be the first serious hunter on the ticket in recent memory, and we've got the pictures to prove it. It doesn't seem possible, but two race car drivers walked away from this crash after rolling down a mountainside in Colorado. They flew off the road after taking a turn too fast in Pikes Peak International Hill Climb event. And the sport of parkour has gone to the dogs. This nimble terrier can bound up the side of buildings, leap over obstacles, and perform incredible acts of urban athletics in this amazing video.
New York City welcomed more than 23 million visitors in the first half of 2010. Officials say that's nearly a 9% increase from last year. George Fertitta, the CEO of NYC & Company, says if the city stays on course, it will host a record-breaking 47.5 million travelers by the year's end.
2010 is shaping up to be a great year for travel and tourism for the city.
But how's the Big Apple's tourism industry shining so brightly despite the rocky state of the economy?
Because of the economic situation, a lot of people that might be taking trips to other parts of the world that are staying closer to home, many people look at New York as a great alternative to going to Paris or London or Rome, etc.
Fertitta credits the majority of the nearly $30 billion industry to domestic travel. But foreign visitors play a major role as well. At airports, international arrivals rose 4.8%.
About 20% of the travelers are international. They come here for all that New York has to offer, including Broadway, which this year alone has sold more than 6 million tickets, a 3.7% increase since the same period last year.
And since there are so many shows, restaurants, and museums to choose from, the city opened interactive information centers like this one to make it easier for visitors to get around. By June, officials say more than 320,000 people were employed in New York City's hospitality and leisure sector. That's up about 6,000 from last year. Amit Maharaj is the operations manager of the official information centers.
We see people from all over the world, Europeans, Asians, especially the emerging markets. They're very excited about the technology and everything we offer here. It's like a one-stop shop. And you can save up to 30 items on your disc.
Travelers leave with a complimentary CD or email itinerary that helps them navigate their trip. Some city favorites, the Statue of Liberty, Museum of Modern Art, and of course, Times Square. But visitors we spoke with came for more than you find on a map.
What brings me to New York City is the modeling, the opportunities, the sights, and the people.
I feel like this is the best place with the best opportunities. It's beautiful too.
If you can make it here, city officials hope you find a reason to make it back. Crystal Fisher, CCTV, New York.